Hey guys, welcome back to another luxury home. This time, this one's located in Langley Township in Campbell Valley. Now this area is basically equestrian heaven. We're minutes away from Campbell Valley Equestrian Center. This home, just shy of 4,800 square feet, is located on a beautiful manicured half acre. Let's go take a look. Come on in, guys. Actually, you know what? Before I even get there, I really want you guys to look at some of the cool features of this home. As I talked about before in the past, the two things that differentiate the pricing and what it costs to build a home is going to be the finishings in general and obviously the architecture. This one was designed by Sucasa Design, but if you see the curvature and the different lines throughout the homes, multiple peaks, those are things that are actually substantially more expensive to build, but also create that crazy ambiance about that luxury home. So this is obviously more of that country style look. Come on in. First thing we come into, you automatically notice the openness of this home, right? You really see the design features. This is not that cookie cutter. It's a genuine custom home. To our right side, you can see we have wainscoting throughout. To me, obviously I'm about 6 feet tall, so I'm guessing that's probably about 7.5 foot wainscoting over here. Let's go take a look. Beautiful office area, tri-panel windows. You got a little bit of crown molding across, obviously lit up well. Just nice design, great for a home office. You got the big glass opening doors. That's a pretty beautiful place. Okay. We have, you know, this home was built in 2019, but this kind of styling is really ageless in a lot of ways. Like you can find homes that have similar looks that were built like 60 years ago that still stand the test of time. Whereas, you know, obviously a lot of homes out there, if you go all black or you're too chromed out or things like that, they phase through with styles. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's to everybody's taste. But the cool thing about this is in 10, 15, 20 years, there's probably not gonna be a lot of different colors and changes that this still won't be applicable to. So here's the first bathroom. Obviously, I love like the textured wall. This is actual brick, which is pretty cool. It's not just like, what do you call it, Bruce?
Like a laminate?
Yeah, it's not like a laminate or any of those things. So it's absolutely gorgeous. You got your bronze faucets. Yeah, great bathroom. So as I mentioned, this home was built in 2019, Sucasa designed. It has a custom built house. It had one of the best design teams locally, I'm gonna think about the name here shortly, that actually designed the interior of the home, and they did a fantastic and functional job. Like if we look here, that's a 4 foot, looks like 4 foot by 4 foot fireplace, which is absolutely gorgeous. Logs coming through. TV's built up here, but it doubles as a picture frame, so you can actually run the TV in a standstill and it'll look like a beautiful painting. You have all the way up, the pillar run up all the way with the chimney, so it just gives that grandiose feel. And then it gives you obviously some storage space, but more importantly, just gives it a good look. So obviously this place has been staged very well to kind of show that grandiose feeling. As you can see here, you go back onto your half an acre. There's a detached shop with an unfinished 2-bedroom suite upstairs, but it's an opportunity for additional rental income. There's a 1-bedroom suite attached to it that we'll get to it as well. So this is an opportunity to not only store all your toys, there's a long driveway that comes down the side and obviously out front. So easy to have an RV, a boat, whatever you're kind of looking for. Double garage, we'll go check all that stuff out afterwards. But look at the light that comes in. Right? You got light up top, light downstairs. Once again, it's typical Fraser Valley, Lower Mainland weather. So it is dark and gloomy out there. We've been storming all day, but yet because of the windows, you get so much light. Now, a lot of these are automatic windows, so they come down all powered, which is super convenient. It does have radiant floor heating and air conditioning throughout, which is pretty cool. Here's your dining room. I mean, this dining room, you could easily fit 3, 6, 8 people without a problem. You have separate entrance and a nice patio. They have a concrete fireplace or stone fireplace just outside. We look at the focus wall. The focus wall is nice because you can put all your nice china and cutlery and all that jazz in there. Once again, remember I talk about like, where do you put all this money into when buying a nice home? So this home, just under $3 million in this neighborhood, is actually a fantastic deal. Many of the homes out here sell for like $5, $6, $7 million. But if you look at like even the cabinetry itself, these are things to look at. Like, what are the materials they're making? Is it MDF? Is it wood? This is solid wood, right? So obviously that's gonna last the test of time, right? Something that's gonna be a little bit more durable. You have cabinetry all along. I personally love this. My personal home almost has the exact same setup here. So you got your dishwasher built in, which is nice, but you can do your dishes, put it straight into the dishwasher. Obviously you got your faucet system, double sink, gas burners. So we talked about before, once again, what are you paying for? So you can start out as cheap as the Samsung LG and you can go right up to Wolf Appliances. Full gore, this is an Italian stove. Yeah, you really can't get much better than this. This would be a Wolf equivalent or maybe even better. So if you're a chef in the kitchen, this would be a place you would absolutely love. Obviously you have your built-in industrial style, which is cool, easy to clean. You can actually power wash those, which is pretty crazy. Come over here. This is something you don't see very often. So this is Liebherr, which is one of those high-end, fridges and appliances, thanks. It's a long day already. So anyway, so one of those high-end fridges. So on one side here, we have the fridge, right? And the other side here, we have the freezer. But it's kind of cool how they've even compartmentalized things. So you can, it's even got pictures of certain things that you can see what happens. This type of style of fridge that not only utilizes all the space, but it minimizes frost burn and frostbite, on it. And then down the center, you have your drink cooler, technically a wine cooler, obviously. But yeah, really, really cool. I love this kind of features. They're pretty awesome. So we've been through spice kitchens, butler kitchens. This has a very sophisticated name, which I can't remember right now. But basically it's butler nook. And what allows you to do is kind of prepare dishes. There isn't a stove or another, thing, but you have microwave, you have another fridge. This is great where you can keep all the snacks, prepare lunches, do all those other things, and it's kind of tucked away from the rest of the home. What's your thoughts? What are your first thoughts?
It's so dang bright up in here.
It's bright, right?
It's super bright, and the ceilings, I'm like 6'5". At least like 3, 4 of you.
That's right? So, I mean, you're looking at least 25-foot ceilings here. They're absolutely gorgeous. And you can see built-in speakers throughout. It really does give that omnipresent feeling. I genuinely really like these types of homes. We have our mudroom / closet. So as I mentioned, they have the detached shop garage. They also have a 2-car garage in here with plenty of space. So you're looking at 4-car garage plus. This is tall ceilings. You could actually build in some additional storage in there. But if you're into toys and hobbies like I am, and you got quads, dirt bikes, kids, all that jazz, that's kind of tough to beat. Shall we go upstairs?
Shall we?
Actually, before we go upstairs, this is really cool. So because there's a 1-bedroom suite over there, you could actually have direct access to that suite if you wanted to, but they built the little kids nook down here, a little climbing thing, and they have like a hiding spot underneath, and a hiding spot up top. It's really cute. Like my 8-year-old would be in love with this place for sure. Or Bruce. Bruce wants to live down.
I would love this. I'm renting that part out.
So as I mentioned, it was Sucasa was the designer. Converse was the builder, the custom home builder. And it was Center Stage that actually did the interior design, which I think they're the ones that obviously picked the fixtures, the colors, the lighting, so on and so forth, as well as a lot of the different tone that it has with it, right? So as I mentioned before, I think this is a no-brainer. One of my pet peeves is not having washer and dryers on the same floor, but this is very similar to a couple of the other luxury homes, and you're gonna see this in most places. It allows you to have a bunch of custom cabinetry, lots of space, and it's all available to the rooms, right, which is important. Walk into room number 1, super cute. So this room obviously has vaulted ceilings, which is pretty much unheard of for non-master primary rooms. Carpet, which is great. I actually, especially for kids and stuff, I like carpet in the rooms. It's a little bit more cozy. You got a walk-in closet here. You have your ensuite with the bathtub. I don't know if you can see here. I love that bus tile, what are they called? Subway tile, sorry. I love the subway tile and copper combo, looks really cool. Once again, carpet in this one, tons of light. Looks like the sun's coming out just for you, Bruce.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, let's go through here. So this is a Jack and Jill bathroom. So those of you that aren't familiar with it, all it basically means is 2 rooms are connected to the same bathroom, and it allows you to basically share that bathroom. What I love about this one, because a lot of Jack and Jills don't have it, like in my house it doesn't, it's only a single sink. This has double sink, so you really do have, this can be one of the kids' sink, this can be the other. It really kind of gives you that space. One of the other things I like, and when I mentioned before, like I like a lot of neutral colors for long-term and longevity, but like blacks and even these blues, like this probably won't be dated for a long time, even though it does make it pop and it stands out more. Yeah, I can't see this being tacky or unliked in maybe 5 to 10 years, right? So here we go, we have another bath shower combo with some more subway tile. Another bedroom, as I mentioned, they're gonna share back and forth. We got some built-ins in here in all the closets, so decent sized spaces. We'll catch the other one here. Lots of space for like linen closets, things like that. Like this home actually reminds me a lot of my personal house. Bright, open, high ceilings, very similar. We're gonna walk into the master or primary. Yeah, this is pretty breathtaking. Let's go right into the ensuite here. Funny enough, this is very similar to my house in other ways. So standalone tub, right? Gorgeous tub, great for soaking in. Obviously, we have his and her sink. One thing that I love, and I actually have this in mind, and my girlfriend likes even better, is the fact that there's a closed door toilet. So it's a separate room within the bathroom. So, you know, when somebody wants to take a shower and you gotta do your business, it's not gonna destroy the atmosphere. Really cool standing shower with bench. Come on in here, you gotta take a look at this. You got 2 shower heads and obviously a wall mounted shower. Lots of space, you can sit down, relax, enjoy. On the other side of us is gonna be our walk-in closet. So that's closet number 1. So keep in mind that's his or hers and hers, one or the other, I guess, right? Good running joke. Okay. This is awesome. So huge vaulted ceilings. Those pillars and posts look really cool. That's obviously a king-size bed, and it makes the room still seem like huge, right? Like you can't even tell how big this is. Tons of light throughout, right? And then you get to walk into your own private deck. And if we take a look over here, so there's a winery just beside us. There's equestrian centers all the way around. And the property sizes out here basically start at half an acre and go all the way up to like 10, 20 acre parcels. So really, I mean, it looks like you got a creek running back there, so that's obviously somebody else's private property, but that also diminishes the fact that you're not gonna ever have to see anybody back there. And I mean, the reality is all the homes here are pretty beautiful, so the neighborhood itself is gonna reflect that, right? Okay, come on inside. So as I mentioned, there was one closet here. There's another one right here. This one's a little bit bigger. So there's a lot of space. So you basically, you know, once again, I feel like a broken record, but it was something that I chose in my house because there was one space for her, one space for me. You can kind of keep all your stuff separated. And when I say that, a lot of her stuff ended up showing up in mine, but that's life, right? That's life. So I would love to know, like, once we start growing this channel more and doing a lot of these kind of luxury tours, what are some of the things that you like most about these houses? What are some of the things that you'd change? Everybody obviously has, here's some more storage. Everybody obviously has their preferred likes and wants, right? But I always like to see, especially since we help a lot of our clients that are looking to build their own dream houses come up with ideas for resale to make sure that it's functional. Obviously, I always recommend getting a good architect because they make or break a lot of the things, right? But yeah, it's definitely a beautiful home. Let's go take a look at the suite and then head out to the shop. Okay, so like most legal suites, and I'm pretty sure this one is, they usually have complete separate entries. So these are some of the requirements, is that they're not having to go through your house to get into it, obviously. The other thing too is that they have separate gas or separate electrical, sorry, in most cases, so that they can pay that, and obviously that doesn't affect your personal bill. You can see outside here, all the homes that we've showed so far, they do have air conditioning. There's your pad and ready to go there. So really nice, user-friendly, it's usable space for a 1-bedroom suite. The cool thing about this, comparatively to 99% of the suites out there, is that this is not actually underground. It's above ground. You can see all the light and everything that comes out from the side, right? And that could be, I'm just guessing, to be honest, I don't know of this specific home itself, but a lot of places that have a higher water table, right, that don't allow or previous flood zones. And when I say flood zones, it could be the river flooded 300 years ago, like in Pitt Meadows, but they don't allow for you to build underground for the basement suites. So it's probably likely why this is in there, because this is an agricultural area, so most likely. But for the tenant, it's just that much nicer to live in, because you don't feel like you're in a dungeon. Basically, you're at the same height as the primary residence. Generally speaking, and I can pretty much guarantee you 100%, these walls, because of fire code, are actually almost like outside walls, so the noise actually gets minimized. And the cool thing is that most common complaint for a lot of tenants downstairs is kids running upstairs, because you can hear it all over the roof. When it's beside them, right, you don't have that issue as much, because you don't hear feet obviously running around. So here's our bathroom. I mean, the finishings are still really nice in here. They're not as upgraded as the neighbors, obviously, or sort of the main living, but you still got subway tile, I mean, granite countertops. It's still a nice bathroom. Very rentable, very easy to use. And this is actually something that's pretty astonishing for most 1-bedroom suites. This is a pretty huge bedroom. You can put a king in here. You can see where the plugs go separately there without any issue. But I mean, next to that, like I said, this has got to be one of the best selling features, is the fact that it's above ground, full light visibility. Look at the view. We don't even have any lights on here right now, even though they got a half a dozen of them in here, because it just has so much natural light coming in. So for somebody to rent, this is extremely rentable. I'm going to assume it's probably $1,600 to $1,700 a month in a rent, which obviously helps when you're buying a $3 million home, right? Come on in. All right, next up, let's go take a look at the shop.
Noise. Yeah. Okay. We're good.
Awesome, so now we're in the backyard. This is what part of the reason that you would buy in this type of area. It gives you that freedom, that space, half of acre, all flat, very usable, which is nice. You don't have a creek that's ruining anything or usage of it. If you look outside, outdoor speakers, camera systems, everything's kind of what you need to really enjoy that indoor-outdoor. I mean, it was pouring rain earlier, but today, like at night today, I can just imagine myself having a cigar and a scotch with the fire going, Bruce beside, right? Yep. Of course. And if you look, you have your gas built in here. I mean, that's a mandatory for any barbecue, so you got natural gas running there. Watch your stepbrother. Let's do a little hoppity-doo here. Okay. All right, so as I mentioned before, you can look down there, you can see kind of my truck. So tons of parking all the way up, all the way down. It would be extremely easy to park, you know, any trailer that you have, boat that you have, not only inside, but obviously even out here. And if you're not gonna park anything out, you can use a basketball hoop. This is just really usable space, you know? I think that's the key feature that I would throw out there, because unfortunately, like I'll be honest, even with my house, I have just over an acre. That house got about a half an acre usage. I back onto Greenbelt, which is beautiful, but it's just not as usable as this, because it's windy, it's a little bit hilly. This is like every inch of this property you can use, which is kind of cool. All right, welcome to the shop. So obviously, you could use it to get jacked like these guys did. I love the workout system, it's pretty awesome. But I mean, this is a big shop. You can do whatever you want here. You could obviously store vehicles, you could put a lift in here, you could do a bunch of different things, create a gym. Obviously, if you're big into cars and want to keep it warm and store them, I mean, a shop's a shop. You can endless possibilities on what you can do with it. But what's cool about this place, because we mentioned that extra additional income, it's not finished, but you can actually turn this into a separate suite up here as well. So probably with, you know, $50,000 to $80,000, something like that, you could convert this entire area to another 2-bedroom suite. You could just leave it as a cool loft like this, still finish it up. And this is one of the benefits of living out in these areas. Like, if you're big into equestrian, if you're big into horses, you're big into off-roading, you're big into all those different types of things, this area has all of that to offer. It is one of the premier areas of the Fraser Valley. So you have all those things here, school district's great, all those things are great, and you get land that you can actually use, which is nice. Yeah, let's go wrap it up inside. Hey guys, thanks again for joining me on another beautiful luxury home tour. This one located in Campbell Valley, Langley, probably one of the nicest equestrian areas in all of the Fraser Valley. I think it's important to note, and I just want to throw this out there, that when you buy a luxury home, it's not just for the home itself, but the lifestyle it brings to you and the area that you live. So if you're into equestrian, you like that farm to table kind of food fare, interested in wineries, love riding horses, that outdoor lifestyle, this area cannot be beaten. It is world famous for it and really offers a lot of that diversity. I'd like to thank Tamara Baltic, the listing agent here, for letting me come show this beautiful home. She's a good friend of mine. And I also want to just throw out there that she's done an amazing job staging and making sure the place shows to its absolute peak. If you're interested in taking a look at this home yourself, it's still on the market, which I don't know if it will be, please reach out to me below. If you have a home you'd like us to showcase, reach out to me below. Until the next time, thank you so much again for joining us, and I will see you on the next luxury tour video.